Yes, we did. Yes and no. The case actually presented some interesting dilemmas that arise just because the tax law is lagging behind technology. Okay, so basically the case was around whether all foreign currency rules, which are very complicated and designed to close all sorts of loopholes in financial transactions, apply to Bitcoin. And the court confirmed that those rules don't apply. It's because the court doesn't consider Bitcoin to be a currency, which means that all the currency rules don't apply. Okay, so let's take an example. The government closed a loophole around the year 2000 for people who deal exclusively in foreign currency, who would generally make a gain or loss, but because of the way they did their dealings, the gain is invisible. The court's conclusion was that this loophole is back for Bitcoin. Yeah, I think the court was probably wrong on this. I personally think that the foreign currency rules should apply, but I don't get to decide that. I think the reason they came to this view is because they didn't consider Bitcoin to be a legitimate currency, and so treating it like a currency doesn't make any sense. So back to my first answer, which you made fun of, it's just a gap between technology and what's happening on the ground and where the law's up to, which is always a few steps behind. Well, the taxation of financial arrangements rules, which were to tax financial transactions during the boom, kicked in just in time for the GFC, so too late. And the government also introduced the mining tax, which kicked in just in time for the end of the mining boom. So yes, it happens all the time. I wouldn't do anything risky. I just say follow the law. If you are dealing in Bitcoin in a way that falls outside the tax net, then you should apply for a private ruling and rely on the Bitcoin case that we ran, and just see how you go. Sometimes the ATO changes its interpretation of the rules based on the outcome. Actually, that happens more than sometimes, so you got to be careful. Yeah, sure. Our details are on the next slide if you want to get in touch.